I'm Jalecia.
And we are She Vibes. Come vibe with us.
Hi guys, welcome back to She Vibes. I'm Jalecia.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Brittany.
And today we're going to get into a topic that we like to just talk about random stuff called What's on Your Mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get into it. What's on your mind?
Ooh, a lot of things. Just everything.
Everything.
Just going through life and next steps and just trying to figure stuff out day by day.
Yeah. So, we're all in this whole little COVID, this little epidemic. So, basically, what have y'all been doing to, get y'all through COVID? Have you been watching TV? Have you been, just drowning out everything with music? What is your thing you go to?
I know for me, I've just been soul searching, doing spiritual internal maintenance, making sure I have everything of the line, because with everything going on, with the different topics of people dying and all this stuff, that could really weigh you down emotionally. So, and some of it has, I'm like, damn, everybody's dying for real, whether, because in the beginning I'm like, oh, it's just BS, this is something planned, which is, I still think it is, it's planned. But now I take it more serious because it's more and more people were seriously dying, and people around you just heard,
Mm-hmm.
So to take my mind from all of that, I just got back into meditating, reading towards the end though.
And reading towards the end, what? What have you been reading?
This same book is about Native American medicine, which is I've been studying hard, and it gets into crystal healing. What you eat, what you entertain mentally, what you watch. And I think the book is called American Indian Medicine, Herbal Medicine. I don't know. So,
That's interesting.
yeah, so it just touched into all those different topics, which was important,
Mm-hmm.
the eating, what are you listening to, what are you watching, all of that. So,
Yeah. For you?
Just, I guess I'm more of trying to distract myself with music, shows, just, the normal, just to get away from other stuff. Even with social media right now, I'm kind of trying to wean myself off of it because it's too much going on. With the news, of course, and then also just people's everyone's thoughts and opinions. I get everyone has something to say, but it's just it's just everybody feel like they right. And that's my issue. So it's just I don't want to be ingesting everyone's thoughts and just
opinions.
It's just too much. I'm just let me just focus my energy towards something more positive, more constructive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to I guess kind of get back to the basics a little bit. So just be outside more.
Enjoy the nature and the fresh air and all the picking
up on some new habits and just just trying to be more grounded, I guess.
I feel you.
And I pick up some bad habits too. Mm-hmm. Waking up any time of the day, not sticking to a schedule, just snacking a little bit, just stuff that you wouldn't do on a regular. You're around the house, you are forced to sit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So definitely that's what I'm doing now, is breaking out of those bad habits. I guess, can we call it after the pandemic? Because outside is opening up now.
It's gonna be a wild summer from what I've been saying. So I'm
it's gonna be crazy.
Everybody everybody getting this money, from pandemic money. So it is, opening back up. So Now this is where the test to see, you know, like I don't want to say who was doing the internal work, but like what were people focused while they were in the pandemic mode.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, you should be growing and glowing at this moment. Like, it was so funny because I was just talking to my mom. I was like, I got I got petty for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, dang, all these people. Just think about it. Imagine people with kids right about now. How much money they about to come up off of? You getting your taxes, your stimulus. You getting about a couple of a rack for each child. Like, come on now. Like, this is your time to really be stacking up bread, try to start a business or something. Because right now, y'all winning.
Right. But then I always say, people can have a lot of money and still don't know what to do with it.
Oh yeah.
You know, so people can have all this money, but if they didn't create those habits before of saving, you know, investing, whatever, then they're gonna be in the same boat. You know, not having.
But the thing they shouldn't. It's like you shouldn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
At least have some sort of like plan or something. Like, of course, everybody's been going through it, and you need some type of like relief, you know, during this time. But it's like try to be strategic about it. Sometimes, because as we can see, like everything's unpredictable at this point. So it's like,
because I don't think they're giving out another check.
Oh no, this is it. They better go ahead and save. Try to put this money to the side for a rainy day because you don't know. Like we still got to get through, you know, hurricane season.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling how that's gonna be.
Right.
Like, we just had a winter storm. Like you never know.
Wow. Yeah.
In the whole Texas.
Right. Like,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You know, to me, you know, people are like, because of course that conversation came up like, it's the end of times, you know, all of this stuff is happening, you know. And then, you know, me, I'm like, okay, to me it's a moment of awareness. Like, I think we need to get our shit together. Like, we were forced to be in the house during COVID to check our emotions, you know, us. Like, you're forced to be by yourself.
Yeah.
To see, you know, to really get to know you. And even with the snowstorm, to me, survival skills.
Yeah.
Because I knew some, but I still don't know what the hell to do. I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I have enough, like my little candle tea lights and stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, this will light up the room. That didn't work. Just like different stuff that I thought would suffice in a winter storm was.
It was not.
It was not it.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What
like as one of your survival tips?
Girl. I had about every cover, quilt, blanket, whatever in the house. We all kind of like came to like the living room, and it was my mom, my aunt, my brother, and me, and whatever. I brought my mattress, and topper, and everything down in the living room, and that's where we all just gathered. We all had our blankets and stuff like that. And honestly, we still got out there. I was sliding all across.
Word.
You shoot I-10, but I mean, like, we didn't, we wasn't prepared. We was not prepared for that at all.
To me, that's what I took out of it. You got to be prepared in all aspects.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, especially people that are like pescatarian, vegans.
Oh my Lord. It was so hard. It was so hard.
Nothing open.
I had to go to Frenchie's. And I was like, I don't care how bad it is. I'm not eating no chicken.
I'll show what's waiting in line.
That was the only thing that was open, and they ran out of fish. Because the only thing that I'll eat from Frenchie's is the fish. They ran out of fish, and they just had chicken. I'm like, I can't do it. So I just ate like a thing of fries and got some ranch, and that was my meal for one day.
Yeah, one day I had some Texas cheese fries. That was the first day. I was like, all up in the freezer trying to find stuff. And I made it happen because I had just made groceries and I was coming down to the end, you know, of like a few little items I had left. So, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. You just got to.
I mean, yeah, that's all you can really do. Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Because when we lost power, we was, you know, sitting in the dark. It was like, okay. Went to the store because, you know, there was like the ones in our area, like everything was like closed or like sold out. So we had to drive all the way to Sugar Land. thankfully Randall's was open, so we had to go in there. But they was like, their power was kind of like iffy a little bit. So it's like, okay, everybody in there scrambling, they're letting people in like 40 at a time or whatever.
Yeah.
We just had to grab what we could, do.
What day was that? Like, to me, the first 2 days was the toughest.
The first day was the toughest. The rest of them was like whatever.
The second and third day, I think.
Yeah.
So we had to like find our flashlight. Even with the flashlight that we had, it's like we didn't have like the batteries, and like there was all like low and like old. I'm like, okay, so this is what they talk about when they say you need to be prepared.
Right.
It's like, dang, like we could have. I was like, didn't we have this a big old flashlight? Like, cause we used to have like a big one for like hurricanes and stuff, and now it's like, okay, we need that.
Right.
So it's like, where's all this stuff? Like, you got to keep your little emergency kit nearby, preparedness, whatever.
I know. That's crazy.
That's exactly what they be saying, an emergency kit, and like again, we got so like far in life, just on the go. Like you haven't even checked your house to see, if bad goes to worse, do you have the necessary stuff to survive?
Right.
Because people don't. I know me, just eating out a lot is a thing, so you don't know if you have certain foods at your house.
Right.
So when I first heard about it, something just really told me just get a whole bunch of food and stuff, and I did. But then it's like the stove, I couldn't cook it.
Yeah.
So I was prepared. I had like so much food, and I just couldn't cook it. So I'm like, that's basically not having no food. Yeah.
But I know another thing that I've actually have been doing is working out. So since November, girls been on it. I got a trainer. I was like, I gotta change this shit. I mean, can I say shit? But anyways, I had to change. I had to make like a really big change because everything was just hitting me at once. It's like family members dying, people getting all these different health issues and problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, all these things. So I was just like, this cannot be me. Like I'm in my 20s, late 20s, and I'm about to hit 30, couple years. Like I need to get on my shit, physically. So I was just like, you already got this eating thing down. You stopped a lot of things, and you're taking that serious. Been taking that for some years. Okay, now let's get up. That's all I do is work, and you like spend 8 hours of your day at a computer desk just doing whatever, and you haven't got up. You haven't even walked. You didn't get no fresh air. You didn't do anything. So that was my thing, and I was like, do something different, or you're gonna be stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, they always say nothing happens when you're sitting still. It's when you're moving. It's when something happens.
Right.
I mean, even like with the sitting down and everything, it's just like you were saying, like you get stuck, and it's like, okay, I need to like move around, do stuff, but not even in just that aspect. It's just like in life general with like goals and stuff like that. It's just like, okay, there needs to be like a switch or like a change in pace, because it's like, okay, you're in this monotonous cycle, and it's just like, okay, wake up, do this, go to my desk, blah blah blah, and then it's like the same thing. It's like, okay, I need something different. Some gotta
shake. That's like
I gotta let some shake.
Really though.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think overall for me, it's just like right now I'm kind of like trying to improve on like health and wellness. I know we was talking about it earlier, but like just especially now with COVID, but it kind of opens your eyes to see how like we was moving before the pandemic hit, like just okay, like dang, we was just all up in each other's face, just like people standing right behind you in the lines at the store, and I'm just like, okay, it just opens your eyes to everything, and it's just like
and that's what people were saying. Like I think people be saying something they really don't know what they be talking about. Awareness, and you can see like 20/20 vision, and that's what I think. Again, what I said earlier is like this is a time where we need to be more aware and focus on like what we was doing, because what we was doing wasn't working with the society, which is not working. So I think beautiful, what they call it, a beautiful mistake. COVID was just like, it was a mistake, but that shit was beautiful to like really have time to yourself, which I think everyone needs like that. you have to just sit somewhere in your house and just really look at you, you know.
Yeah, sit and reflect.
Mm-hmm.
How things been going.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm your host, G.I. Jada, and this is Successful Saturdays, where we highlight the endless ways and opportunities that you can find your success. We're interviewing small business owners such as chefs, personal trainers, and real estate agents who are all on different paths of success. Tune in to Successful Saturdays every Saturday at 12 p.m. on the Boss Up Houston Network, where we help you find your success.
Watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up. Our topic today is what's your status?
Hello fam, Ken Mills here once again.
And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Okay, so welcome back. We're about to get into our last little segment where we're talking about like what have we been doing for fun. I know in the first couple of minutes we've been like very serious on all these different topics. So just to bring it down a little bit, what have y'all been doing? I know some of y'all out there been turning up clubs, you know, going to Atlanta, everything.
Listen,
you know, Turkey and everything. So, you know, we know they having fun. So, what y'all doing?
No entertainment for me, you know, clubbing. That before any situation, you know, I just chilled out with clubbing a lot, you know.
Yeah. But you know, you still can have fun without clubbing. But
well, the whole scenery, like just to be, you know, on the scene, you know, like even if it's hookah, like chilling, like just out, like I just kind of slow down on that a lot. Like again, trying to deal with me, you know, going out around so many people, like to me, you know, that's just, it became too much for me. So I just chilled out with that and just chilled out financially too, you know, that going out, that shit started adding up.
Oh yeah, man.
You know,
like, let me sit down some
man. Especially, you know, you're trying to do some things, you're trying to save, you're trying to fix like your old financial mistakes when you were in your early 20s. You're trying to set like all this stuff. So I'm like, really, it's been reset mode for me. You know, just reset everything. Now I feel like at a certain time, like I know what I need to do. You know, to be in a good space. You know, so no entertainment for me.
Well, I mean, you know, I've been, you know, I popped out once or twice, a few times here and there. But yeah, I'm kind of on that same tip you are, kind of just like reflecting on me and like what I need to do and just to elevate myself, I guess, in a sense. But I mean, yeah, I've been at home for the most part. Binge watching Netflix, Hulu. I watched Bridgerton finally.
Oh yeah, Bridgerton was really good.
I'm like, okay, this is cute.
Yeah,
okay.
I love Bridgerton.
It's like this British like society, and they have this like, you know, their traditional courting or debutante balls and trying to find a husband and all that. You know, old school stuff.
Old school,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, it was cool.
What genre is that in?
Is it
What
romance?
you call that? I guess
It should be
like romance,
drama,
drama, yeah, type thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's just me because I don't watch movies or TV really at all. It's almost scary to some people. I don't watch it, but when I do, I'm like, okay, I'd rather watch sci-fi. If I'm watching a movie, it's gonna be sci-fi.
Mhm.
So I pay attention to make sure if I am watching TV, it's gonna be some stuff that I'm interested in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I've been watching Sabrina too.
The Witch.
The Witch. I don't know, like it's not
I
the
used to love
same.
them.
Yes, I used to watch the one that came on like in the 90s,
Yeah,
or
back in the
2000s.
day.
I used to love that show, but this
Yeah.
version was like it
Corny.
was so
Corny.
corny. I liked it. I liked it. It was very dark. Like I wasn't expecting it. Like when I first watched it, but it was very like dark and like I liked it. I was just like,
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
this is intriguing.
And my niece watching. I'm like,
Yeah.
Sabrina, is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch
Yeah,
or
the
something?
Witch, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, what you know about that? But you know, that's what they are doing on Netflix, putting a lot of shows that we used to watch
Yeah.
growing up. Like, no, probably not on there. But the little Disney shows we used to watch,
Mm-hmm.
they start putting that back up in 101 and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah, I had to rewatch all of that.
To really understand, like,
Yeah,
oh, this is what they
yeah.
was talking about when I was young. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff was a little cringy. I'm just like, yikes, guys. Okay, but yeah.
So this is it for this episode. Make sure you comment below. Let us know like what you think. Let us know what shows you've been watching, what you've been doing, and make sure you follow us on
Social media.
okay
She Vibes. SH3VIES.
on Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter.
all of them. All of them.
All
So
that.
make sure you tune in every Saturday at 8 o'clock. See you guys later.
Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Brittany.
I'm Ann.
I'm Jalecia.
And we are She Vibes.